Blog Talk Radio.
I was a hard-drinking sinner with blood on my hands. I was a hard-drinking sinner, a gun in my hands, drinking 40 pounds for dinner till I met a big man. And the man said, how do we do? 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 Well, I feel like reborn. My good eyes witness misery, but I'm feeling alright, cause the man said, how do we do? 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 Well, I'm feeling reborn, I'm feeling new, cause the man said, how do we do?
Ryan.
This is Holly. I can't. Sorry.
Did
I was thinking Mr. Rogers.
Stutter or something? Like Ryan, what the fuck is that? What the fuck's going? What the fuck's going on?
I think it's like friendly neighborhood. What is that off of? Is that like Mr. Huh?
I don't know. I'm lucky I even got that word out. Those words out without getting tongue tied. So I'm always, probably like friendly neighborhood.
It's some
blah
kind
blah
of
blah blah.
It's some cartoon.
Friendly neighborhood stripper. No. Friendly neighborhood. You know.
Okay. Well, if anybody's listening and can let us know, go ahead and tell us. But anyway, yeah.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Woo.
Yeah, that's it.
Or your friendly neighborhood porn star.
Or like
I think porn stars would be more fun. You know what?
What?
If you had superpowers and like Spider-Man, would you tell people, or would you keep it a secret? I'd be like Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man and be like, yeah, bitch, I'm Iron Man.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'd be like, you know how I am, though. I'm like, listen, if you don't like me the way I am, whatever. So I'm like, walk out that way.
I know. Oh, I know.
So.
But some people are so, like, feel like need to be alone and brooding and stuff. Not me. I'd be like, it's Bruce Wayne would get more he would get because he's Batman. Holy shit. And Peter Parker, I would not keep it a secret. Like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man. What you gonna do about it?
Then you got to look at it the other way, too, is, like, the publicity from it is probably overwhelming. Not that I know or anything.
I mean, and I'm sure you have the people who want to kill you. They'll know how to get to you and your family and stuff like that. But, that's just trivial shit.
I'm not saying that I'm a superhero, but me and a superhero's never been in the room at the same time, so just saying.
Yeah, and I don't know. You got some of those psychic powers. That's kind of a superhero type stuff, That
is. It really is.
That's like Professor Xavier from X-Men shit, I mean, it's not like you're lifting cards with your mind or whatever, but still, it's not like looking to shoot your fist out or whatever.
Hey, that shit's real. Just saying.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're like an X-Man. That's who you are.
So this brings us questions to all of our listeners tonight. Get on our page and tell us what superhero that you would be and what powers you would have, and just chime in on what we're talking about tonight. And of course, we're in chat
let
tonight.
us know if you would keep it a secret, or would you show it? Would you pull a Tony Stark, or would you be more like Bruce Wayne and keep it to yourself?
Yes. So who do we have with us tonight, Ryan?
We have got from the great state of Texas, Lisa Lamrock, Texas, where the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Everything's bigger down there in Texas, they say.
Yes, that's right. Everything's bigger down in Texas. So she is a big University of Texas. I almost said Tennessee, but yeah, big University of Texas fan.
Oh, so, almost made a no-no.
Yeah, she's a Longhorn, and she's been investigating. She's a paranormal investigator, so she's going to come on the show and tell us all about herself and her group, or
this is awesome.
So yeah, it's going to be talking about what got her into the paranormal, stuff like that, fun stuff.
Yeah. I wanted to mention real quick, too, to all of our listeners that are very frequent or just listening in, me and Ron has kind of set up kind of a schedule of how things will go through the month, so what, you'll expect things to come out of. It's usually at the last week of the month we'll have supernatural news. The first week of the month we usually have a guest on with us. And then, like, the second week, we'll have, like, a group or paranormal investigator. And the third is whatever the hell we want it to be.
The free-for-all.
Yeah.
That's what
we're trying to work out. Yeah.
That's where people can call in, and ask us questions, or we can have a group discussion about, whatever topic we decide to discuss.
Oh, I love it when people call in and talk to us, as long as they're not mad. If they're pissed, fuck them, don't call in. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to get mean.
We appreciate your opinions, but realize it's just your opinion, not a fact.
Right.
So, unless it is a fact, then it's a fact. But so we're all here to have fun and have a good time and stuff. So just be respectful. Yeah. We'll be respectful back.
Yeah.
Not much to ask, I don't think.
No, not at all.
No.
I'm excited.
So.
I'm excited.
We're friendly. We're freaky. We're awesome.
Yes. Next week's a big show, guys, too. We have the show's 1-year anniversary show. What?
I'm very excited. Today actually marks the last day that Full Spectrum, the regular Full Spectrum radio show, the one Matt and Dennis started, this is their last night last year.
What?
It was just
Yeah,
they had Full Spectrum on Monday nights, and then they had Full Spectrum Unleashed on Wednesday nights.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
For the family was more the family-friendly show, and then Full Spectrum Unleashed was more the,
Oh, yeah, like a
let
kind of
everything go, cuss all you want, yeah. So
we're
we
not
actually took over Dennis and Matt's spot on Monday nights. So big shout out to them for letting us have their spot.
Yes, woohoo! I'm excited to see what the year brings.
Me too. And the first year's indication it's going to be a fun ride, that's for sure.
It is. We've already got guests booked up for you guys, and I can tell you there's some pretty awesome guests, and we're booking them in the process of booking guests. So we're trying to get new and some of the most breaking edge stuff in for you guys.
Oh yeah, we're trying to get into different areas of spiritualism and trying to break down the walls, I guess, and trying to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that I don't even
stuff
know
about
about
everything. There's probably some stuff, subjects I'm not even,
familiar,
thinking about having a show on. And if you have any suggestions, again, come on our email, our Facebook, and drop down some knowledge, and let us hear from you.
Exactly, yeah. And if you would like to be a guest on our show, just send us a message as well. And I'm in chat tonight, guys. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, yes, she's in chat. And I tell you what, I saw her earlier, and she's naked. She sent me a picture, so you need to talk to her right now.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah. It's already out there. It's already out there.
Damn.
So now you can think of her of Holly and topless while you're talking to her.
Not everybody wants to imagine that.
Well, if anybody who has taste can imagine that, because I imagine it would be awesome. You have to imagine it myself.
Them pictures circulating on the internet with the old ladies with their tits down to their knees. That's all you need to know. 3 kids later, baby. 3 kids later.
I'm trying to get people to help. I'm trying to get people in the fucking chat room. You're scaring them away. Cut it out. You and your granny panties. You and your granny panties.
Honey, granny panties are sexy too. Ha ha.
Yeah, they are. I'll take what I can get, damn it.
You've got a granny panty fetish. Don't lie.
I do. I love granny panties.
My God. So I don't know about you, but I have got the itch so bad.
They have a cream for that, Seriously, and it's something you need to talk about, like, offline with me. I mean, yeah.
No, but seriously, like, it's this time of the year, I think, for every paranormal investigator that we struggle with them, like, having cases, not having them, and not having anything to do in the paranormal, and I go stir crazy.
Me too. I've been going through evidence, actually, from investigations I did back in April. Just finally figured out how to use Audacity. Thank you, CPR Dennis, for helping me out with that. I went over to his house last Thursday, and he hooked me up. He gave me a lesson on how to use it. I've been fucking splicing and dicing my EVPs up like a fucking ninja.
Yeah.
Fucking EVP ninja.
Well.
Hell to yeah.
I can't wait to get out there with you guys, to do something with you guys.
It's going to be fun. We got a lot of places we can take you.
Yeah.
Lots of places.
And then,
Dennis's house drinking.
Yeah, we're going to do that too. Woo. We have to.
Oh, yes. Yes, and I'll be first in line to smack that ass. Cacao.
I want to have a line, man. If everybody comes up from Texas.
Sore ass, dude.
If we can get if we can get Kevin to come up from Texas and Matt to come down, and it'd be fun.
It would be like fun. I don't think they would. It'd be cool if they had like some kind of convention to come up to. Maybe someday we'll have a convention around here. and not drive all the way to fucking Kentucky.
Hey, it's a drive for me too. I have to drive a pretty good ways as well. I think we've got Lisa.
It's gonna be fun driving. Oh, we do?
Yeah, is she a 6'8"
I don't know.
Let me
I thought
screen
she was 2'7". I guess it is her. Does she have a question mark by her name? Oh, yeah, she's going. Anyway, she's screening the call right now. So yeah, we've got our anniversary show next week, and that's gonna be fun. Very excited about that. Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, we had a good weekend.
We're here.
Oh, good. I don't like talking by myself. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Which I do on the fucking time, not on air. Yeah.
Isn't that normal for you, Ryan?
It is. It is very normal for me. But like I said, I'm not doing it in front of a lot of people. You know.
Well, it's good to talk to you guys again.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm excited to talk with you tonight, Lisa.
Yeah, it's been a while since your astral travel.
It has. Honey, don't you know
I've got a good memory.
Well, we had that paranormal fucking potpourri that we were talking about pretty much anything that night, weren't we?
Yeah.
That was when Zombie came on the show.
That was it. So how are you doing, Lisa?
I'm good. Just got home and relaxing.
Nice.
That's
How's the weather down in Texas?
Cold. I don't know how you handle it up there.
Shoot, I thought it was like just a bunch of tumbleweeds and cactus down there. What the hell?
No. I don't know what you're watching, but no.
I got on my Texas
maybe out in Amarillo. Yeah. I will say Amarillo is somewhat that way.
Amarillo.
Yeah.
So how was your Texas Longhorns football season this year? Since I know you don't watch basketball much.
Yeah. Well, I'm more football, and we don't want to go there this season. That's about like talking about. I'll talk about the Cowboys now.
Oh,
and their
yeah.
loss.
Now you talk about the Cowboys. A bunch of whining ass babies. They get what they deserve. They got the game handed to them last week by the officials.
I know. And Danielle and Bill are going to have a fit after listening to this.
You should tell Hollywood who Danielle and Bill
they're
are.
huge fans.
So she'll know what's going on.
I don't get the whole running after balls, playing with your balls. I believe it's men's way of acting out their ball fetishes, apparently. I don't get it. I mean, unless I'm like down there playing with them, then I don't get it.
Yeah, I was going to say, playing with it. Wow, you're getting pretty personal there.
Yeah, I'm a more hands-on person. I don't like watching. It sounds so dirty. I really don't mean it that way.
I do. Yeah, keep it dirty. That's perfectly fine with me. You like playing with balls? That's fine. That's.
Who's the pervert here? Okay, I'm serious. I'm being serious. I'm not a sports person. Unless it's hands-on, you know. Anywho, Lisa, tell us what.
You're like, let's change the subject fast.
Damn
it. Because everybody got.
We can't talk about Holly's ball fetish anymore. Shit. All right, fine. We'll get back to normal.
No comment. We'll get back to that later. Anyway.
Oh, yes.
Lisa, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you from Texas originally?
No, actually. Well, I was born in Michigan, but I've got Texas in my blood. I was raised there. I mean, I do still root for my Red Wings and Detroit and everything, but no, I've been raised here. So
Okay, awesome.
Pretty much from Texas.
How long have you been a paranormal investigator?
You know, I was thinking about that, and I think when I started, it was probably around the end of 10. I was trying to think about that because I had started out in solo with some groups just to gain the experience, and then progressed to a group called 24 Hour Paranormal, which was some friends that there was 4 of us that had formed a group. And then in April of last year is when I created my own group of just wanting to go my own route and seeing my own vision.
Awesome.
What's your group called, just so people know?
Oh, Southern Paranormal. Southern Paranormal and Investigation Research Society.
Cool.
Unfortunately, you have to spell it out. Not smart when we set up the page, obviously. And we did add of Texas. Yeah, I know, right? And we did add of Texas on there, so you'll see that when you go to the page.
Cool.
There is a group with a similar name called DFW, and there's no relation. It's actually some old members that were voted out of my group.
Sure.
I'll just I'll leave it at that, but no relation there.
Yeah, you want to cause any drama.
But yeah, we started out 5 members and actually reduced to 3, and that seemed to be an ideal size. Not a lot of drama.
No, yeah, you don't have too many members in a group because that just cause friction and stuff if you're not careful.
And you have contamination and stuff.
Yeah, but it does help when you're in a big location to have more than have more than a few members.
You can do a join or just add a couple solo people. That's fine too. But
yeah,
I mean, it's not bad, and you have 8 cameras and stuff. I mean, you kind of have the place covered, so you just go from room to room. You're fine.
Yeah, and the cameras do the investigating for you. Put a camera in there, put it in a recorder. Shoot, you don't even have to be there.
I know. Well, actually, and like around Christmas, I got this. It's called a Boo Bear, and it actually talks. It's an EMF, but it just spits out little questions here and there, and so you can just leave your recorder with it and see if you get any responses. So you don't even have to be there
it's like a
for
Teddy
that
Ruxpin,
particular device.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Remember those calls? Put the tape recorder in?
Not as creepy though. Those are a bit creepy.
I wonder if you could record. If you could push. If there's a record button in Teddy Ruxpin, and you can record EVPs, and then Teddy Ruxpin will talk as the EVP is going off. You put the tape in there, push play, and his mouth moves as you hear the ghost talking.
Well, that's fucking freaky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or it replaces eyeballs with glowing little balls.
Like one of them those nanny cams. I was saying it's like one of those nanny cams or them. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those would work too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like the
Oh, no, go ahead.
What are you curious about?
No, go ahead. And then I'll get curious.
Curious. No.
Oh, she's curious, all right.
I like the Periscope 360s and stuff too. I mean, of course, obviously, you can get anything with just a flashlight and a recorder. I mean, if you're in the right place and right people, and you can get good evidence with nothing. But they have new technology out, like the Periscope 360. It's like a 16-channel EMF with the bars. I don't know if you've seen it that go in a circle and has audio and everything. They have the Periscope Plasma, which is the EMF. It's like an LED tower, 8-channel, detects static. I mean, just, neat stuff that helps confirm. Obviously, I like to confirm, what you're getting.
Right. So I'm curious now. I want to know what got you started into the paranormal.
Well, you two know this story, but for those that don't, just as a child, seeing things as a child, starting around the age of 7, and then just shutting it off until I was older and it was more widely accepted. And then that's when I found out that you could actually go out and investigate and do that, that's when I started getting into it and trying to get that experience, and then got into the group, and then wanted to do my own group, and just kept running with it.
Awesome.
And
so, go ahead.
Oh no, just keeping on with it. Like my partner and I did the Immunikey it's about helping the people too. So, like the mediumship aspect of it, and opening up and aligning your chakras and all that's just as important as well. So.
Yeah, we're trying to learn how to do that ourselves. Holly and I are trying to learn how to open our chakras up and learn it. Yeah, getting into more spiritual.
Do a Immunikey class.
Stuff,
you should do one of those classes. You should do one of those Immunikey.
Yeah.
What's the class called again?
Immunikey.
Immunikey. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people pronounce it different, like potato, but it's MUNAY and then KI. And they used to, years ago, you would get, there's 9 rites, and they used to do them like you get 1 rite a year. And then they just kept increasing the frequency and seeing the need. And then they started doing where they do 3 rites at a time, and it would be in 3 sessions. Because it's kind of overwhelming, depending on how you react to it. And nowadays you can do all of it in one setting if the person, the healer, is willing to and feels like your guides feel like it's okay and it's fine. But it's up to the healer.
So it's a lesson, or is it something you just like or is it like healing, like aligning your chakras type of deal?
It is. It is. It's like healing and opening your chakras and helping you to see more, visualize more, opening your third eye, your crown chakra.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of it can hit you hard. Like Armando, my partner, he can walk into a room and tell you exactly what's in the room, male, female, whatever. He's very, very good at it. Me, I see stuff from time to time. The other night, I see a man walk past some stairs in the boyfriend's house, and I'll see things, but not like him.
So I usually see things at the corner of my eye. Like I'll see something that looks like a person.
Yeah.
Corner of my eye, when I turn around, the flash are gone. Or see like a little, maybe like a black fog or something. But it's always out the corner of my eye, so it's not like I have a clear.
You should open yourself up more and see if you see more direct on.
Right.
It's just practice too.
It is. It's a lot of practice. Yes.
Yeah, I imagine I have to do more than just look up YouTube videos on how to do it. I probably have to go to someone who's a professional and at least get started on it.
It's rough.
It's reasonable.
I think for me, what I struggle with is getting caught up in just the fast-paced life, because I went through a lot of stuff, like relationship-wise and all this, like earlier this year, and so it completely got me off board, like on that path I was on. And for me, I think like something like a healing would be very beneficial for me. But the thing is finding that healer locally for someone to do that, because I live in the ass end of Virginia, and honey, over here, that shit's the devil.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm sure they can do it long distance, but I mean, there's nothing like in person.
Right.
I did mine in person and loved it and had someone local, but it would be hard to find someone local. That's reputable.
Especially in town, Virginia, I'm sure.
Nobody knows where it is, honey. Population, not even 1,000.
Oh, wow. Sounds about like Iowa.
You're moving back there, aren't you? Or moving there?
That's the plan. We're kind of up in the air. got to put a house on the market and get jobs and see what happens. So we'll know in the next few months.
Yeah.
I don't envy you at all. Moving to Iowa, good God, I thought it was cold here. Shit.
I know. Yeah,
I thought
just
that
preparing.
picture you sent me the other day, it's like, oh my God, that looks miserable.
I know. I sent him a picture along the river, and you can tell in my expression I do not look happy. The river is iced over, snow, whatever. I was like, do I look thrilled or what? I look so miserable.
We're supposed to get like freezing rain and snow here tonight, and it's fine. It's cold here.
Yeah, it was snowing in October where Holly lives.
Yeah, it's snowing here.
Pretty good snow.
I hear the summers aren't too bad there. I don't know.
They ain't.
No.
I wish they was a little bit warmer, actually, on my end.
It's hot and humid in Richmond. It is like walk outside 90 degrees and you're automatically soaked with sweat. So it's cold and wet in the wintertime and hot and wet in the summertime. So if you like to sweat, you'll like it in Richmond.
I did want to mention, even though we canceled the paranormal event in September down here, anybody that still wants to come in February and March, we're still going to keep those events open at Haunted Hill House. And that's here in Texas. I don't know with the distance who all is going to make it, but I'm sorry.
We're definitely talking about Haunted Hill House next hour. For sure,
yeah.
when you go into the evidence and stuff. Because we want to hear all about that place. Faux show.
So, Lisa, do you go at, like, in the paranormal field, do you go at it from, do you think more of a scientific or a spiritual view, or do you even that out?
Both. I mean, you have to look at the scientific and debunking and just making sure, we've been in homes where the lady swears the doors, slammed closed and there's an AC unit right next to it doing it. You have to look at those aspects, but then you have, when you go through the Munich and the mediumship and stuff, you sense things, see things, hear things, smell things. I can walk into a room and smell a cigar. Like when I went to Iowa recently, it wasn't my home. I was just like, hey, I smell a cigar. And he was like, yeah, my dad used to smoke a cigar. So it's a combination.
Right. I agree. Well, see, that's for me, too. Usually some people, like, do you go at it for more of the scientific view, which would be more skeptic, which is understandable, but, like, the spiritual side of it is, kind of being more intuitive about it and going with what you're feeling and kind of linking it to the evidence that you're getting and what the clients are telling you. So, I love how that coincides.
Especially when the family or the clients or the homeowners can confirm, like the cigar thing or like on the Hill House when we talk later, direct responses, when they have direct responses over and over.
And I think you almost need to go to it, use both sides of the coin. Because if you go into more spiritually, you're more open to having more experiences than you are if you go into it strictly scientific,
Yeah.
So you're more open to experiences if you go with that attitude,
Yeah. And it's not for everybody. Some people just aren't that spiritual or aren't into mediumship or those type of things, and that's fine.
Well, it's good to have both sides on your team. Have one spiritual. Have somebody spiritual on there at least.
Yeah, that makes for a good team to have that good combination.
So when you're about to go,
Armando. Oh no, you're fine. I was just saying that's why Armando's such a good partner with his.
Is he more the spiritual person? Yeah, okay.
More so than me.
I gotcha. So, but you're learning, you're opening yourself up more to that.
Yeah.
So, that's good.
Yeah.
So
a little
when you're
creepy, but yeah.
Well, it's a learning process, and I guess once you get used to it, it'll get better.
Yeah. Yeah,
When you,
it's just that when you first start seeing that kind of stuff again after all these years, I'm just like, you got a man in that room over there. Like, why don't you take your K2 and go on over there and take care of that? I'll just chill right here,
Yeah, I was wondering, man, because, thinking about trying to open myself up more to it. I don't know how I would react if I saw someone all of a sudden dressed like, a cowboy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it more of a fight or flight kind of thing? Do you stand you're like, oh my God, and run away, or like, do you stand your ground? You don't know what would happen until it actually happens to you.
Mhm. And for me, the hardest part right now is determining what, like, for example, there's a man that I see that's about 6 foot, dark black hair that I saw in Iowa, saw the boyfriends, have seen their apartment, and I'm like, okay, who is this man? That's the frustrating part, is trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, honey, I get that.
Not that he bothers them, but
no. But you want to know who he is, what his story is, why you're seeing him, why he's there for it. You want to know all this information that you don't have, and you're not even sure if this guy is actually from where you're from. Because I've had it happen recent. Like, I was talking about it a couple of shows ago about a girl that has been coming to me in my dreams, and when I didn't even connect the dots until she had come to me one night and she told me her name. And that's the first time that a spirit had ever told me their full name. But anyway, I had went back and connected these dreams to her, and it was a shopping mall. I seen it twice in my dreams, and I couldn't figure out why the hell I was seeing this.
Oh, wow.
And so I held on to it, and I was like, maybe it's something for later. I'd be damned if I did not Google the girl's name. And she had got murdered last year. And when I Googled this shopping mall, all I did was said shopping mall in Minnesota, because that's where she's from. I shit you not, I saw this shopping mall on the images, like the 4th shopping mall over, exactly how I saw it in my dream. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. So it's frustrating.
Yeah. Is she from Minnesota, that girl?
Yeah.
She was from Minnesota. Has she come back? Has she visited you?
No.
Has she visited
you
again?
No, but I've also been kind of closed off.
That's true. With the holidays and stuff, you've been stressed out. You've been telling me you've been stressed out lately, so, yeah. It's tough, especially this time of year when it's just so fucking cold. It's hard to open yourself up because you're like, just wonder,
I think we keep ourselves preoccupied,
You don't even want to investigate during the winter. You do, but you don't. It's so damn cold. There's no heat in these places. You're like,
it's true.
It's 30 below in this house.
Yeah. I've got the itch, though. My whole team's got the itch. We're, so ready to get this shit going, and I actually had a client message me. I had a phone call with him today, and I was like, yes, this has got my blood pumping again,
Yeah, I do get Jones, and I was just telling someone today, it's been too long. I need one. I need to go investigate.
Yeah. I got one coming up in a few weeks.
I could just do it here at my house. You do in a few weeks for you? Anything special?
Yeah. Well, we have a one of the groups is having a what they call a paranormal gathering at a historic site near Richmond. So we're gonna go. We're gonna they'll be drinking, and so I probably won't drink anything, but they'll just stay there all night. Go out there, and if you get whatever evidence we get, obviously, it's just for fun. We're not doing it. We're not taking it seriously or whatever. But we went last year, and it was a lot of fun. And it was actually
I've done that for new people. New people that are trying to learn.
This place called Henricus.
What's it called?
It's Henricus. It's actually the second settlement after Jamestown in Virginia. They moved up once they left Jamestown. They came up here and they settled Henricus. So it'll be fun.
There's a couple places in Virginia that I wouldn't mind. Like there was a Moundsville Penitentiary and the old Weston State Hospital. And then West Virginia also, old Weston State Hospital.
Yeah, that's
it was like a lunatic asylum. It's got a
Yeah. My friend said that he he got within like 50 yards of the place and almost got arrested of the Western State
wow.
Asylum. But you saw that link I put up. Or
they do tours at both of those places.
There were some pretty neat places on there. The one where the abandoned places in Virginia, where they showed like the yeah. They showed all the like that plantation house looked pretty cool. That Selma plantation house looked pretty cool. If we can get in there, that'd be fun.
There's a myrtle plantation in Louisiana.
Yeah,
I've heard of that. That was.
Have you been to that one?
No, I've not been to that one.
Oh.
Have you?
Guess no, I would like to. No. It's supposed to be on top of Indian burial ground, and then of course there's the slave history and stuff. There's a lot in Texas. There's the Hotel Settles that was like many verified suicides there, and
ooh.
Yeah.
Usually Texas is a pretty big place. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the Old West and everything. I would not be surprised at all that there's a lot of locations.
There was a strange one that I'd never heard of in the French Quarters about a man that was like, you may have heard of it. Is it Sultan's Palace?
Oh yeah.
He held women and children and tortured them in the 1800s. And
they called it the Sultan.
Cut up. Yeah.
Because I guess a girl escaped, jumped out the window, and was running down like all cut up. And I guess, but they could. I don't think they ever caught the guy though. I think he disappeared.
Wow. Kind of sad, but And of course, there's like Fort Mifflin, and there's so many places. But homes, I would like more homes, honestly.
That's me. I love my residential cases. They're
you
more
like
personal.
helping people. Yeah, you're definitely more helping people out, which I like helping people too.
I think you take on a lot more responsibility.
There's for both of them. Private and public investigating. They both have their good points and their bad points. Now,
but with the homes, the problem is always the spouse, and usually the husband doesn't believe in it, anyone in their home doesn't want to partake, and won't sign off on the waivers. That's always the problem for me, because I'll get the wives calling all day long and filling out the questionnaires, signing the consents, and then when it comes down to it, the husband won't consent.
Well,
yeah,
there's
something you got to deal with.
Been plenty of that we've had cases where we've had to go at it from a different point. We've had to have a medium kind of go in and work through without even going into the home, and we've done and accomplished that like plenty of times, which we don't care. I mean, it ain't about us going in, but every team loves to go and investigate because it gives us a better understanding of what's going on inside the home, and what kind of evidence we can get up to back it up. But when we have somebody not budging and telling us, oh, my husband, he don't believe in none of this or whatever, or the wife or whoever, then we'll try to work with the people. Yeah,
it's better to have both people on board during the investigation, but you can't always
otherwise
get that,
they're withholding. They withhold information too. The spouse, especially, not And you want as much detail. I mean, I ask for relatives' names and stuff because, like, we'll get voices come through with names, and there was a lady that had a wine glass thrown off the stove, and I, asked who it was, and it came through with a name, and sure enough, it was someone in her family. I guess trying to get her attention. But,
right.
Now, let me ask you, what don't you like about paranormal investigating? What's just kind of, just kind of gets on your nerves about it?
Really the only negative thing would be like the, I guess the beef that people get with each other. Like for
different
example,
groups?
Yeah, I've seen different groups kind of beefing with each other, and it's like that's not what it's about. And then I guess, like, for me personally, when you vote out a couple members, instead of being adults and moving on, you get harassed, you get emails, when you have to file a harassment charge.
Wow.
That's a bit
bad.
much.
That's bad.
When you get 18 correspondents in 30 days and they're emailing people on your page, and you know what I mean? It's like, move on.
It's supposed to be fun.
So
I mean,
I guess that'd probably be like the only thing that I don't like is because sometimes you have to make those decisions, and when you're voted and it's unanimous and it's done in a professional way, and you know what I mean, then
tell them to get their panties out of a knot and just get over it. Fuck. Stop acting like a bunch of fucking pansies.
Because they got a big ego.
Well, you just can't say anything. You just have to just move on and just let them
I guess you're right.
slandering, and just eventually they'll run out of steam, and you hope anyway.
Exactly. I've
be the bigger person.
I've learned that you keep feeding them. You keep feeding them shit.
Yeah.
And they keep they're like flies on shit. They love it.
Yeah. Well, and the PD said for the claim, not to respond and let them keep rambling, and it just keeps building the case against them. So.
Right.
But yeah. Anyways, but that's only just that kind of
sometimes
drama.
sounds is the best weapon.
Yeah. No, that. But aside from that, no, there's nothing that I dislike about investigating. You love every aspect of it, or you wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
Some of it can be scary, obviously. I mean, I'll tell you about the
some
experience
of it can be
at
tedious
Haunted Hill House
too.
whenever we get to
be
that.
honest.
But yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess when you're with a good group and we can sit there, I mean, sometimes you sit there for hours and you're like, am I getting anything? Depending on your location, but when you can throw something at the other person and make them go running out of the room, or just have fun with it at the same time. It
it's got to be fun. You got to make it fun. Otherwise, you're sitting in the dark talking to yourself. So you've got to add some stuff to it to make it fun. Yeah.
And when we go to like say Haunted Hill House, I mean, we start at 3 PM because most of the intelligent stuff is during the day, and we'll go till at least midnight. Sometimes, I mean, we'll stay all night, and depending on how tired we are, we'll be there till 8 the next morning. So it can be long.
Uh-huh.
So it's a long time to talk to yourself.
And paranormal hangovers are a bitch.
Ooh, yeah. The next day is always rough.
No, it's the listening to the audio that's rough. Okay, that's what I don't. Not that I dislike it. When you ask what I dislike, but that's the tedious part. Is the hours and hours of listening.
Yeah, I like that. I really enjoy that. I feel like I'm like CSI going over evidence and shit.
Video kills me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I gotta move. Now with audio, I can multitask. I can listen to that and Facebook it or whatever and keep my mind occupied while I'm listening.
Yeah.
But with video, I can't take my eyes off the damn screen. I'm like, oh God.
See, that's the thing with me.
Video
is hard for me because I lose track after an hour. You start daydreaming. Other shit.
Luckily,
all of a sudden,
I've been lucky in that Armando does the video, so I just do the audio. It's a good fair for me.
That's a good trade-off because, like I said, you can do other things. You can, do other things while you're listening to audio. You don't have to just solely concentrate on that like you do when you're watching the video.
Yeah,
I agree. So, Lisa, go ahead, Ryan. You're gonna.
No, you go ahead. No, I was just clearing my throat.
Oh. Whatever.
I know, right?
I caught bullshit on that one. No, I was gonna ask Lisa, like, in the field when you're, you was talking about kind of having confirmation, and if you pick up on something, wanting confirmation. Have you like when was the first time you kind of had like confirmation with that ability that, you know, you had something backing you up and that feeling that comes along with that? And anybody knows?
Instantly. Probably my first investigation. Probably because there's a place called Hill House Manor in Gainesville, and my good friend Joanne, her husband, a bunch of us investigated up there, and I mean, when they answer the same question over and over, even with the flashlight, you know, you say, you're female, turn it on, you know, it turns on. Then you say, okay, turn it off, it turns it off. Then you say, okay,
right.
Female, turn it on again. You know, you ask the same question 2 or 3 times for confirmation. And when you get the same response, no matter whether it's a flashlight or the K2 or a periscope or anything, you know, when you're getting the same direct response, or voices coming through responding with confirmation on top of the meters, I mean, that's even better.
Right, I agree, definitely. So what is your favorite piece of equipment in the field?
My favorite what?
Piece of equipment.
Ooh, that's a tough one. It depends on the location, really. Because, like, you know, like there's one specific location up in Gainesville that, I mean, they are so good with the flashlight that I can get answers like nothing. But when it comes to, like, most of them, I like the, I'm kind of falling in love with the Periscope 360. And I do like my Ghost Box, my S7, you know. Not everybody's a fan of that, but like in Iowa, there was no radio interference. We were down in a basement, got clear, direct responses. I mean, but I would probably say the periscope and the box.
Awesome.
That's cool.
So, I thought you were going to say
something. You
know,
Lisa, when you're about to go on an investigation, what kind of music do you like to jam out to before you get out there and start investigating?
What kind? I'm sorry, I don't know if you're breaking up. You said something before I get out there and investigate?
Before you go out to investigate, what kind of music do you like to listen to? I mean, what gets you pumped up
music?
to go out there and
Gosh, I listen to every genre, so it really depends on my mood. There's not one specific. I mean, I can go from country to rock to rap to anything. As long as I have my Red Bull for the night, I'm good. Well, more than one Red Bull, but start popping my Red Bulls, I'm good.
Yes, I use Red Bull and Pixie Sticks. That's my drug of choice before I go investigating.
The team won't let me do Red Bulls anymore on this. I'm already talking.
You're banned.
I'm already hyper. Yeah, because I'm already talkative and I'm already like hyper. So give me a Red Bull and I'm like, woo, yeah.
Good God.
You know?
You'd be like the Tasmanian devil on fucking Red Bull.
Well, and I can be
Tasmanian devil with a southern accent. my
old group, 24 hour. That's funny. The old group I used to be with before starting this one, they used to always say, inner voice, Lisa, inner voice. Because I was so loud. I'd just be wired loud like you guys, I guess. And
you know, I'm like, I can't do it.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
I mean, at least you do it loudly. At least you ain't whispering, you know. They know it's you.
I know. Well, and whispers is off limits because then you don't know if it's
right.
spirit.
I hate that shit.
You know, unless you know each other's voice.
Yeah.
That's just a no-no.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with
people
like
contaminate evidence with whispering and stuff. Sucks.
Yeah, because then you're like, is that you? Yeah.
And you know, you're not sure. Really that's what I do. I end up throwing it out anyway if I don't know who it is. So yeah, I totally get that.
Tossed.
Yeah.
If in doubt, it gets tossed. Exactly.
Because I mean, you know, I don't want. I want to put evidence out there that's legit, that we know. I mean, of course, it's our evidence, you know. Not everybody was there to experience what was experiencing, whatever. They can, but I don't see how some people put up the stuff they do and have a clear conscience about it, not unless they're that idiotic. Because I'd be like so like embarrassed.
Well, it's like people put up pictures of dirt and think it's orbs.
Orbs are tricky, and orbs are tough. But I mean, I my previous group, I mean, they did actually have to remove one picture that it looked like an apparition, and it was like probably a year later, and it was a game camera, and it malfunctioned again and did the same thing. And they said, we apologize, this has been debunked, this is obviously a camera issue or the game camera issue. Well, at least they did that. And they owned up to it and everything, and that's respectable. And I thought the same thing. I mean, because we were walking through a room, and it looked like a female behind us. It looked like a dress, a hat. I mean, you would swear it was another apparition because we knew how many of us there were walking through there and who was the last person through the door. And I don't know what happened to the game camera, but
wow.
I don't know if it's just a delay in it or what.
You get all excited about it. You're like, oh, right, you got a quote. No, shit.
Yeah.
Really,
yeah.
Well, we're coming up to our... So we're about at our top of the hour break here. So we're going to take a break and, go get some popcorn, use the bathroom, call your friends, tell them to tune in for the second hour because this is when we get to the nitty-gritty stuff. This is when Lisa's going to talk about her investigations and the evidence she's been able to catch. So you don't want to miss this second hour. It's going to be freaking awesome. So we'll see you after. Alcohol. Exactly. Do some shots. Come on. Woo.
Just kidding.
We will see you on the flip side.
Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. your vows. Save our city. Save our city. Right now. And I woke up in the morning, I got myself a beer. And I woke up in the morning and I got myself a beer. The future's uncertain and the end is always near. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll all night long.
And we are back live and in person with Lisa, the lovely Lisa Lamrock.
You're wrong.
All right. I was gonna say, don't be like everybody else. There's no R in there.
You
I get that all the
feel
time.
so dirty.
Well, I was kidding. I told you I'm like hyped up on coffee right now, so I don't talk
I know.
totally correctly.
I
Don't know why.
Woo!
We are back in black.
That's right. Back in black with Stack. Bigger, badder than ever. Now we get to go to the nitty gritty, the good stuff.
Yeah, we do. I want to know about them haunted locations down in Texas.
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 Is everything bigger in Texas?
Texas accent.
Are the ghosts bigger in Texas? Are they taller than us in Texas? Are they giant ghosts in Texas? Or are they,
Actually,
are they the same size?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, it depends. The one that night presented himself a little tall. Of course,
now,
I'm only 5'1", so everything looks tall to me. But
what happened to that guy who moved your boots in front of your bed? Remember last week you were talking about you got up and you came back and you stubbed your toe on your boots?
Yes. I was so irritated, yes. Because my boots, I keep all my shoes, whatever I'm wearing, up by the front door or in my closet, which is off of my restroom. And, yes, I had my boots together, and one boot was stuck in front of my bed, and I got up to use the restroom, come back to bed, and stubbed my toe on it. I'm like, where the hell did this boot come from? I was so mad. But I've got the man in this house that paces the kitchen, and he gets a little loud at night sometimes. So I don't know.
That man,
I don't know.
Was he there the whole time? Did you bring him with you from someplace else? Was he?
I don't know. The responses that I got the other day when I was at a friend's, he said, "Did you come with Lisa?" And it was going off like crazy. So I know that some follow me around, but it's hard to say. And I think there's some poltergeists just with like doing the Munich-key and the mediumship and trying to open all that back up, because they say when you close that off and the fear and everything, that kind of feeds it, and so I think it's a combination.
Okay.
But as far as the haunted places, I'd say there's probably two, and one is actually Iowa, and then one here in Texas. Probably like the haunted one. It's a pretty well known, the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, and it's across from the Baker Hotel. And you actually get Douglas Moore from the Baker responding at Haunted Hill House. And
is there anything special about the Baker Hotel our listeners should know about?
Yeah. Well, there was Douglas was cut in half by the elevator shaft that had come down while he was working on it. There was a lady that jumped out of a window, supposedly trying to jump in a pool and smack on the concrete. And there's tons of stories there about different deaths. And it's like so many feet from the hotel. I mean, you can just walk right over. But there's spirits that go back and forth that you can get responses from, and it's crazy, that home, because the owner, he's an awesome guy, and he's turned it into like a research center. You can rent it out, but like there's one room that will just fog up on your camera every time. It'll just misty fog almost every time you're there, and no explanation, just that one room. And then there's like there's people that will actually run out of that house and not come back. They've had their ankles twisted. There's a shadow man that's been seen, bites, scratches. My partner was scratched down the arm in front of me.
Wow.
He just started yelling about his arm burning, and we went to the kitchen, and sure enough, he had scratches. Thank God it was just 2 scratches. But and then he's had his wrists grabbed when he was rotating the camera. I've had the sensation of being held down. That place is just so active. It's nuts. And one night, I was talking about how open he is and how well he can see and everything. And he's like, I don't know if you guys want to know, because we were sleeping on cots. My boyfriend and I in this, it's called the wood room. And but there's a guy, we were facing a door that has a window. And he's like, there's this man staring at you guys, and he's really pissed off that you're sleeping in his room. And we're like, yeah, whatever, and my boyfriend's like, says something to the effect of, if you're really there, knock or something like that. Well, he touches on his recorder the next morning, I tried. Well, not only that.
The words I tried?
It was probably,
like, you hear a man say, I tried?
Yeah, I tried. And he was, he's a skeptic. Like,
yeah.
He investigates, but he did not believe Armando. And he apologized to Armando. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm a skeptic. I did not believe you. But now I do. And so now, he'll call Armando all the time, be like, well, what do you think about this or that? But, and then that same morning, it was probably about 5 or 6 in the morning, wasn't ready to get up yet, and the bottom of my cot picks up and slams down really hard. And all of a sudden, our cots were touching, and we were spread, like, the cots were, like, over 6 inches apart. And that was caught on, there was a camera on us for that.
Sex that was actually caught on film?
Yeah, I need to get with the homeowner and see, because that was his camera rolling on the cots that night. Because we didn't have ours rolled out. So, and then, of course, we had audio, too. You can probably hear the cot slamming and all, but it's just crazy active, and especially with the bites and scratches and stuff. I mean, there was a lady that fell to the ground out in the yard when her ankle was twisted, and she left and didn't come back, and she's like, I'm not coming back.
So how old is the house?
It's kind of funny. Gosh, I think what year it was built. It's old. It used to actually be it was a bordello, and
okay.
Yeah. It's old. And they say
a bit of dark history there.
Yeah. And also there was a bootlegger that would bootleg between the baker and that house. And they had they would hide the moonshine in the walls of the house. So and then there was a little girl. Yeah, and there was a little girl too that was ran over in front of the house, and she was carried up on the steps and passed away on the steps.
Damn,
and then there was a young boy that was hung in a tree outside. Yeah. So there's just tons of.
I think.
Yeah. Well, and there's one confirmed well, and I think there's a second well on the property, and it's Indian territory, so it's just there's. Yeah, there's like all kinds of stuff going on there. So it's a great to investigate. I call it my home away from home, because we used to spend so much time there because there's so much evidence, and I mean, just you get so much there. And then I think and then the Iowa home, that one was pretty nice. That was a 4-generation home that it actually, the only kind of history that I know of besides, I mean, there was a death in the home. What's kind of creepy is one of the homeowners would sleep in a coffin at night.
What?
That's a little weird.
Yes.
That's not weird at all.
You're trying to prepare yourself, you know.
Perfectly normal, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was a death in the home, just natural as far as I know. And then the fire department years ago used to do emergency dispatching out of the home. So I don't know if that plays any part in anything. But up there, man, it was just direct response after direct response. I mean, in the basement, I mean, like there was mason jars, and one was thrown to the ground before us getting there. And I said something to the effect of, who threw that on the ground? And he said, I did. And I said, I know you did, but I want to know your name. And he said, Peyton. It came, you know, clear as day through the box. It was actually through the SB7, but there was no radio interference, so it was just, I mean, it was just clear as can be. But that place just, I mean, K2 was going nuts, and, I mean, it was, and that's where I smelled the cigar, and that place was very active. I mean, from the minute you walked in to the minute you left, it was just heavy.
I don't know.
No scratching,
you would think
thank
Iowa
God,
would have a lot of haunted location because it's so barren and desolate and cold and depressing. Yeah, have fun next year.
Well, this home, too, was on limestone, on a river, and Indian territory because it's Wapello.
Yeah. That's nice. That's a nice little combination there.
Yeah, and there's Indian mounds nearby and everything. That's crazy.
Talk about a paranormal casserole right there.
And there was chanting actually heard too, picked up on through the recorder. Yeah, which was interesting. But supposedly that Chief Wapello that the city's named after was supposedly liked white man, and they said he was friendly. He had friendly sentiments towards them, and they just moved on for better soil. So I don't know if there'd be anything negative in that aspect, but it was definitely.
You never know.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed.
So those were probably.
I wouldn't be happy.
Two of my favorites.
When you get into the Native American, oh man, and then you know it's just everywhere, and it's hard when you get into a haunting with that, and people want to get some relief from that, and it's hard to get certain Native American groups to be involved with that because you know that's the main thing is you ought to will.
So they can help them move on or what have you.
Right.
That's
and
that's the thing is. You got to have all those connections.
Yeah.
You have the appropriate people to help them pass on or move on.
Well, yeah, I could totally understand that because, you know, we all know not everybody in the paranormal field is, first of all, legit and in it for the right reasons, and third of all, respectful of that. And I think that's the biggest thing in their beliefs, and I could totally get that. But we had some land over here near where I'm from. We done an investigation for them, and I swear this place is like cursed land, Native American cursed land, and lupus. Yeah, one of the things was that every woman that like lived on that property contracted lupus, and you know it's genetically brought down from family member to family member. But this was through family, like through marriage, like you know the son's mother had lupus, but yeah, he married and his wife has lupus, so they ended up letting the land and the home go back to the bank, and somebody else has bought it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't be calling us soon because they had some freaky shit going on. Yeah,
that would be. And that's what you know we like to be able to if they need that help afterwards, you want to be able to help them, whether it's staging or teaching them about protection or taking back for your home or whatever the case may be. And we don't push that on them, but if they want help, you know, we can say, hey, this is what we've caught. This is your options. You know, here's some choices. It's completely up to you what you want to do.
That's exactly. You know, you talked about loving the residential cases like I do. So what is some of your most memorable residential cases?
Besides the Iowa one, I think probably there was one out in Amarillo that was kind of interesting. There was a lot that was, debunked, I guess you could say, but it was like a deceitful, angry man. Everything was 666 on the temperature. It would stay there. He would say demon, die, death. I mean, you get that come through just nonstop, raw through the ghost box, it was just nonstop negative. But yet there was no scratching, there was no smells, there was nothing you would expect with like a demonology type case. And and then the fact that the man that threw that wine glass off the stove was a relative, I think it's just either him angry and upset and not liking them being there, or because they had friends living with them as well. It wasn't just family, or another male that was upset and angry because there was a male in the home, 1 to 2.
Right.
I didn't pick up on any females, but.
Right, I've been on cases.
They can be deceptive, though. They can make it sound, with the die and death and all that, and make it sound like they're evil, but it's not. It's just a grumpy old man.
One of them sounds very nice to be evil. I mean, you're right. They can definitely fool you for sure if they're not careful.
But it's probably explaining that to the client, though. All your evil, you say die, death, this and that, and you're like, but it's not a it's not a demon.
You already go in and they're already thinking you've got an evil presence there. And I'm telling you, over here where I'm from, everything is a demon. And I'm like, you don't understand.
It's the devil.
This is going to be rare. It's the devil, Bobby. Women
it's the devil, Bobby Boucher.
No, but you have to explain to them that even Papa can come off to be kind of angry sometimes, and they think if they have any kind of like paranormal activity, like being touched or hear a voice, that it's negative because they haven't been educated the right way. And
but then again, what if you get an EVP of someone who sounds like a family member? But then you have to convince them that maybe it's not their family member, maybe it's spirit mimicking a family member.
We have had that. It's funny you say that. I have not had that until recently, and it wasn't with. It was actually my boyfriend. It wasn't a client, but we do sessions. His house, my house. They're both pretty haunted to entertain us alone. And no, actually, it was in Iowa. It was Iowa or his house. And it was repeating him, like almost mocking. He would say something, and then it would say something. Yeah. It was the same thing he was saying, but it was a few seconds later, like delayed, like they were saying the same thing. And they did it a few times. And it was his voice, though. It was like, that is your voice, but it's not you, because then you could hear him pick up and start talking immediately afterwards. Because you could hear them before and after, and it was in between. Yeah. But it's funny. They can be sarcastic. I mean, there was a restaurant we did where they were calling the pie poop. We were talking about the pie, and they were like poop. I'm like, okay, I guess you don't like the pie.
Not a big fan of the pie, huh?
The pie apparently tastes like poop. I mean, they can be funny sometimes when they're sarcastic.
Oh, yeah. We got one in a residential case, and I have no idea where it come from, who or why, but it said horror on Facebook, like that right there. And I was like, wow. Mm-hmm. That was weird.
A gentleman, I'm not going to say any names, but poor thing, I swear, they always call him names. I mean, from bitch to...
I've got called
asshole, everything.
I was called a
fucker. Everything under the sun.
At Henricus last year. So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It's almost like you haven't arrived until you've been called a fucker or a bitch or a whore or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. They can be.
You're as a badge of honor.
I like it.
Motherfucker.
Personally. That's gonna be me when I get over on the other side.
Yeah, I know. That's what we always say is, man, we're going to, like, haunt some people.
I'm going to.
Karma
comes back, baby.
Move stuff around.
Yeah.
It comes back in spiritual form, bitches. You better watch yourself.
You think we're freaks now? Wait till we're dead and nobody can see us. Then we'll show you how kind of freaks we can be.
Yeah. There's another great place in Texas too, and it was a speakeasy and a bordello both. It's up in Gainesville. It's called Hill House Manor. A little different, almost the same name.
I've heard of that. I think.
Yeah, and
the name
so
sounds
it was
familiar.
a bordello and a speakeasy, and then later it was turned into apartments, but nobody would live there more than a year. And that place you get touched physically as well. I mean, I've had where most of the women get jabbed in their neck in the kitchen is where there's two men. There's a hateful one and then one that's fine. And the hateful one will jab the women to the back of the neck, or he, like, stuck me in the ribs and the collarbone once. I mean, and he'll confirm it with the flashlight. You're like, are you jabbing me in the ribs? Because my ribs are not feeling good. And he'll turn the flashlight on for you or respond however you ask him to. But this is not like women. But that home, you can get activity in every room as well. And they say that the men are touched inappropriately. I guess from the bordello days. I
guess they
personally
swing both ways. Or
yeah. So the men, of course, are always like, "Hey, you can touch me." You know.
We went to Bobby Mackey's, and Gary's like, "Yeah, come on," because they said, like, supposedly over in the area where they had, like, the women, Gary was over there with dollar bills going, "Come over here and touch me." I'm like, Gary, you don't you might be asking for something else.
But how do you know for sure they're females touching you? I'd be like, you don't know for sure that it's a female touching you. It could be, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be a ghost that swings both ways. You know, you never know.
Oh, that's so funny. Or is that even an issue in the spiritual world? You know. I don't know. We're going somewhere else with this, aren't we?
Gay rights in the spiritual world.
That's right. No, there's no such thing as that over in the spiritual world, because nobody gives a shit what we are, okay? Because everything's stripped off. We don't have no body to see. You know, there's no judgment. So screw that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So there are no marches in the spiritual world, you know?
Everybody loves each other. They're like flower children like me. Kumbaya, bitches.
Yes. Dancing around the forest
so funny,
naked.
Holly.
Good times. Hey, I'm going to come dance with you naked, damn it.
Naked. Well, then I guess you better become a little bit more spiritual, right?
Well, I'll wait till it gets warmer. Then I'll come dance with her naked. Right now, it's too cold.
Yeah, that it is.
Let me tell you what you got to do. You get naked, right, and you sit in the middle of the floor, and you put a bunch of stones, and you put you some binaural beats on, and you just get in tune with yourself, with your inner self.
Mm-hmm.
God, I feel so spiritual right now. Oh,
my dad walks through
get some
the
drums or something going.
Oh my God, you could be like Jim Carrey on When Nature Calls. Oh God.
I'm coming out of the rhinoceros' ass. Rhinoceros' ass.
I love that part. It's so funny. It has nothing to do with the paranormal.
Have y'all experienced like any portals or vortexes with your investigating?
You know what? I think I have. But Ryan, go ahead.
No, I mean I've been on an investigation where I've gotten some stuff that I thought was kind of weird that shouldn't be there. Like, you know, we got Indian chanting at a plantation house that had nothing to do with Indians. So
I mean, like on the wall where you actually see like the circle.
No, I have not seen.
Like
that.
I've seen it twice and it's really strange. I've seen it at Haunted Hill House, and you can only see it through picture. I don't know why, but at my apartment.
How do you see it? What do you see it as in pictures? Is it grids?
It's like an oval. on the wall. I mean, it's been on the wall in both cases, but you can only see it through through pictures. You can't see it with naked eye.
So okay, I got you. So you take a picture, and you see the portal on the wall.
Yeah, it looks like.
I was thinking there was a picture
example,
on the wall that should have had a portal.
No. No, like my house, my daughter was being scratched every day.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's been on for a long time, and she's like, "Mom, are you gonna get someone to come out here?" So I got the house cleansed by priest, but prior to, we took pictures and everything, and there was this oval, and it looks like somebody took paint and painted an oval circle on the wall.
Uh-huh.
And there was actually a couple of them in her room, but only in her room. And then after the cleansing, take pictures, not there, gone.
Oh, wow.
It was like one of those Bugs Bunny cartoons
like
where you have that black hole and you put it on the wall and you can stick your head through it type of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically, I mean, and that's what the priest felt like. This is probably like a vortex or portal, and I saw the same thing over at Haunted Hill House.
Yeah.
In one of their rooms.
I think a lot of these majorly haunted places would have one, to be honest with you. Or you have it where you might have a vortex, or you have different eras bleeding out on top of each other in a location. I think we have that at the Wise Inn out here in where I'm from, and it's a newly fresh place that I hope to bring a lot of the paranormal peoples out to. But it's kind of a find because it's like you're going in and you're experiencing things from different eras. Different spirits from different areas. So but we got we've got a listener on here who wants to explain what a vortex is.
All right,
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
So
they want to know what a vortex is. So
they want to know what a vortex is. Not they're trying to explain. Okay. I don't understand what.
Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. I'm blind and I can't do both. Damn it.
Is the listener on?
No.
Yes.
I think he wants
listening.
us to explain what a vortex is, like what it is. I guess it's a spiritual gateway from the spiritual realm to ours. Is that what a vortex is?
Vortex for the.
It's like a doorway from the spiritual world to our world.
Right.
Is that what a vortex
is?
It's
like almost. Is it kind of like the black hole of the space? Black hole of the paranormal.
Yeah, like the Bugs Bunny thing. Put it against the wall and you walk through it.
Yeah, I mean that's my understanding of it, but.
Right.
But
and
I've
all
only been doing this, like 4 years, so I still have
I'm right there.
time to learn.
We all do. I mean, I don't care how long you've been in the field. You're still learning now. You're always learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's what I
with
love
the
vortexes,
about it. I've heard about them. Yeah. And the good thing is we admit that. I've heard of them video catching pictures of them, and usually mediums and stuff can really pick up on them instantly.
That's weird.
I wonder if
I hadn't
the
heard
fact that you're opening yourself up more spiritually, if that's the reason why you can see it.
Well, the priest saw it as well. Although being
priests are spiritual.
I guess
it's a different kind of spiritual, but it's still spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something I'm learning.
It disappeared after the cleansing was crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, that's wild.
But that's good. Because my daughter
it is a good
thing.
I mean, it comes to show you if you've got paranormal activity going on, you have a priest come in there and bless it, and he's talking about a vortex being there, and afterwards the activity is gone. I mean, that kind of confirms for them people, the clients, that, that's actually what's going on.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, it didn't get rid of all I still have spirit, but it got rid of the negative.
Right.
Scratching. So that was good.
Well, that's just proves the fact that what we do, can go hand in hand with religion. even spiritual, healing and cleansing can go hand in hand with religion because we all have the same goal,
Mm-hmm.
There's just different paths to getting there.
Yeah, definitely.
Faux show.
I'm over here, I promise.
He's following more of the healing kind of path.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm heading.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I'm trying to go down that path, trying to get down that path myself. But I like to be able to have, the religion as a backup too.
See, I'm more the investigative mediumship type, where he's more the healing mediumship type. I mean, it's a good combo, but everybody has their own path, and as long as you're investigating and you're helping. Have y'all ever heard of Flagpole Hill up here in Dallas near White Rock?
Ever heard of what?
No,
or White Rock Lake. That's kind of an old. They say it's like an old wives' tale. There's some lady that walks around the lake and stuff. But there's also a Flagpole Hill too, right there, and that's kind of an interesting place. They say during the Civil War, there was hangings there, and reported rocks thrown at your vehicle and just all kinds of stuff. And it was crazy because we went up there one time to do a session, and there was a noose hanging from the tree. Probably some brat kids that decided
like a joke
that was
type
not
of thing,
cool or anything like that. Yeah, sick joke. But we did a session right there, and it came through, and they said colored, and they said hanging, and it was kind of, it was just unreal because it kind of confirms, that probably did occur there.
Definitely.
If that's the reported history, and they're saying those kind of words, and back then, I don't know. They probably would say colored. I don't know.
Right, and I had something like that happen at the inn. That was our last case that we had. It was our second time going in. They had renovated this place, and back in its working days, Abraham Lincoln actually stayed at this inn. But anyway, I'm losing my voice. What was that about? They actually hung people out in the front yard of the courtyard, and it's like right in front of the inn. And so we was in the tap room of the inn, and we had the obelisk with us, and it said African American. It said African. It said rope. It said all these things that kind of pointed toward hanging. So for me, that was kind of putting stuff together, but it still didn't confirm anything for me. Although the Historical Society is sitting right beside the inn, we are still kind of going through information because it's not went through. But
you have proof that there was hangings there.
Exactly.
So to me that's confirmation. I guess maybe not to everybody, but when they're saying those words, it's like they're trying to get it out there. Obviously it's harder for them to speak in full sentences, but.
Of course, yeah. But I always take
but I would have asked over and over. I would have asked 2 or 3 times in a row just to make sure.
Exactly. I know
you repeat yourself.
Exactly. See, that's me too. Because if I get one word, I just write it off. Honestly, I do. Because unless I have more information to back it up, then I don't. I'll remember it maybe later, and maybe things will come together for me in like a puzzle. Because I swear, I know you know this, Lisa, is that everything that we get in the paranormal field on investigation, we might have evidence from that case, and then we'll go back and maybe the client forgot to tell us something that coincides with the evidence that we got, and that happens so often.
Yeah. Well, you'll even have, I've had personal, Haunted Hill House, I woke up choking one morning, and it didn't dawn on me, what it was or anything. But I'm gasping and gurgling and stuff, and I look at my 2 partners. They're on air mattresses beside me, and I'm like, Nick, is that you? Quit! Why are you gasping? And I'm accusing him. He's like, it's not me. And then I look at Armando, and I'm like, Armando, and he's like, it's not me. And I realized this was, my dream, and I just woke up and. It was freaky, and I'm driving home, and I'm thinking about the young boy that hung himself because he didn't die right away. He died 2 weeks later.
Right.
Yeah, so he suffered for 2 weeks.
Wow.
You know why he was hung?
So I felt like he had come to me in my sleep, but you don't think about it right away sometimes with stuff like that.
No, you don't. You don't.
And until you're driving home, and then you're like, oh, that's what that was.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know why that little boy was hung? Like the story behind it.
What's that?
Do you know why the boy was hung? Like, it was there. What's the history behind why he was hung? Does anybody know, or was it just like a random murder?
I heard it was an accident. No, I heard it was an accident. He was young, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I want to say 7 or 8 or something. He was younger.
So he had 2 accidental deaths on that scene, on that land with kids. One little girl got hit by a car, and one little kid got hung.
Him. Mhm. And then and then
curse land.
Mhm. You got the Baker right there. You got the Indian Territory. Yeah, you got just all kinds of stuff. The well and that there was an axe found, and there's some story about possibly a murder and a baby and something to do with the axe, but only the axe was found. And it's funny because they're like, where's the handle? And searched, and all
so
the
time
goes by. Found. Yes, and then
okay.
And then the owner and someone else, they just kept, I guess, getting a sensation to go up the hill towards where Armando kept hearing Indians previously, and that's where they found the handle, was up the hill from the house, up on the land. It was just sitting there, just laying there.
Oh, wow. Was that the Indian lands that they found the axe on?
Yeah. Okay. And the axe is actually, the head itself moved once in the house. He couldn't find it. He keeps it in a drawer, and one day he's like, where's that? It's not here. He found it. I don't know where he found it.
I've been on cases where they took something on Indian burial ground, and I'm like, they're like, we took it back and buried it back on the land because they had help.
Yeah, don't take things off Indian burial grounds.
I had an old member do that. She accidentally took a marble from the home. Don't ask me how. She gets home with it, and she's showering, and she's hearing banging and stomping, and the dogs are barking, and just all hell's breaking loose in her house. And she's like, I'm bringing this shit back. I don't know how.
I kind of think she wonder if something put the marble back in her pocket. Maybe something put it in there and wanted to get out of the house. And like, well, shoot, I'll just put this in your pocket, and I'm going with you now. Shit.
She might have thought she lost her marble.
She kind of did.
That was weak. You're so much better than that. Dear God, that was terrible.
I've been on. I don't know if. Have you ever had premonitions of a case before you went on it, Lisa?
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you'll get sensations, feelings, or you'll just. Sometimes you not only do you visually see things, but you see it in your head. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I know. It's like you see it probably
you
how
I see a man or a girl or a name or even the Iowa one. I messaged him because there was 2 hidden attics, and I was like, the attics there's something with the attics. And sure enough, it's going crazy in there. And I was like, I feel like there's another room, there's another hidden room that we did not hit. And I was like, can you please ask your cousin? I feel like there's something else. I keep hearing the word hidden. And so sometimes even afterwards, you still get stuff. They'll just drive you crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. It pisses me off. I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it. Because I'm not a puzzle person. I'm not. I'm not a book person. I'm telling everybody right now, I have no book sense.
But it is a puzzle, though.
It is.
Putting that stuff together.
It is. And
sometimes you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle, and that's frustrating.
Mm-hmm. It's over time.
I want to have a whole picture, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my hardest, especially during meditations I'll do with the mediums. A lot of times I'll see people and stuff, but they won't step forward. and you're supposed to ask them their name, you know, and sometimes I don't get names, and it's just frustrating because they hide like in the shadows, and it's just, you're like, come out. So, yep, you know all about that, Holly.
Oh, yeah, I do, definitely. That's like when a spirit comes to you. Like I've had 2 spirits come to me, no shit, in one night, and it's like they standing in line and they was like telling me thank you. I'm like, why the hell are you telling me thank you? I don't even know what the hell I did. I still don't know what I did.
You must have done something.
It's I don't know. I'm like, apparently in my actual traveling on my side job there, I'm doing stuff, don't even know I'm doing it.
Yeah. It was just a travel you don't recall.
You're a busy girl, Holly.
Exactly.
You just help people out left and right, not even realize.
That's what I feel. I mean, I honestly feel that way. Like, I feel like everything aspect of my life, everything I do is to help people. And it's so true, and it's not only just spiritually, you know.
But do you get physically exhausted overnight? Like, for me, because of the dreams that are so vivid and the things that you see and stuff, I get physically exhausted the next day sometimes. I'm worn out like I've been traveling forever.
That's part of the whole paranormal hangover thing that Holly was talking about earlier.
It is. It's an energy drainer. It does, but, you know, you really... I'm so caught up in the moment, though. I get so excited because I'm like, I want to do this. I want to see this. I want to be here. But my problem is remembering what I've done, and that's what I struggle with, and that's right now what I'm struggling with. But I was so on the road, like I was having, you know,
gotta write it down as soon as you wake up.
Exactly.
Jot it down.
Take a dream journal or something.
But my thing, and you know, the mediums that I work with and stuff, they tell me, you know, you've got to stop closing yourself off and being scared. Because, like, you know, I'll have a vision being in a barn, and I see this rope hanging, and I can sit there and follow it up and see the figure 8 hook and all this stuff, but then I stop myself. I don't want to look around. I don't want to see what's in the room. You know, you have to, like, you have to make yourself, like, just relax and do it. And that's a lot of my holdup is I stop myself.
That's hard, though. It's hard to just relax and just follow the path until to the end, you know?
I have this issue.
You worry about what you're going to see. I don't know if I want to see what I'm going to see. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I've seen some creepy shit, so it doesn't bother me anymore. But my issue is I get excited. I'm like, oh, yes, you know? I'm just like, let's do this. And then, you know, I get really excited. Exactly.
Funny.
I'm like, screw it. I'm over the whole fear of what I'm seeing, because I don't care who you are when it comes up to you like that, when you have a spirit or a creature, because I've experienced these things before, and it comes, or it's like hovering over top of you or walking towards you or on your damn ceiling, you know, that shit's freaky. I ain't even gonna lie. But, you know, when you kind of get used to it and realize what creatures are, you get past that. Like, I remember the first time that I seen this, I can only describe it as a goblin. I swear I got up out of my bed and hovered over my kids because I thought, my God, this thing was really in the room with me. That was my first time ever having something that's so real in the room with me. So I didn't know till years later what I was dealing with. It's what I was doing is when I was actually traveling, I was going at a lower vibration. And at the lower vibration, you get into the more potent, you know, the more negative kind of things and not so pretty things.
Yeah,
so that's why
the negative.
You see more of the creatures and the things that people you know would say you're crazy or even saying
Yeah. So if I check out, I have to look forward to it. Great, thanks.
Just don't push down. Just raise your vibration.
That makes it sound like fun.
I used to listen to this. You know what's funny? Because I used to associate my out-of-body experiences with my bed vibrating. I always said it was bed shaking. So everybody would make fun of me and said, are you sure your vibrator ain't on? Are you sure your vibrator ain't on? I'm like, no, it's not. Thank you.
No, mine used to all the time. Yeah, my bed was shaking all the house.
Yeah, well, I finally got the whole meaning with the vibrations because I always thought it was just my bed, but no, it's actually your body.
I was checking for earthquakes, girl. I would go on Google and I'd be like, was there an earthquake nearby? Because we've been getting earthquakes lately.
Mhm.
Yeah, I finally realized that after I've done some research and everything, that vibrational state is actually part of going out of your body, but it's not right before you go out of your body. It's like an in-between. You just, like, when you start doing that, you need to relax more, and you go more into that state of going out of body.
I'll have to remember that next time my bed shakes.
Yeah, just lay there.
Because normally I'm jumping out of bed trying to figure out why the hell it's shaking.
That's what I did. Exactly. That's what I always did, because with that, I'd also see lights in the corner of my room. I'd hear my name being called. I seen a big-ass spider in my bed that wasn't supposed to be there. The lights really, really got me in the whole vibrational thing. And I thought I was having seizures. I went through the health thing. I went through everything because I was pregnant at the time. So, yeah. That is very informational for somebody that really wants to kind of go to that next step of out-of-body experience. And not many people know that that's what it is. A lot of people just think they're haunted, or they have a spirit, or...
Yeah. I just figured it was spirit shaking my bed. I mean, they throw boots in front of my bed and
shaking your bed.
pace my house and everything else, so... Yeah,
I've heard we astral project at least once or twice in our lifetime without even realizing it.
Oh, really?
We're doing it. Yeah.
I hadn't heard that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Of course.
I believe
if you don't realize we're doing it, then, if you have a really vivid dream or something.
I got kicked.
Oh, I know I didn't even realize you were gone. You were gone for that long.
Oh, thank you, Ron. You're so sweet.
You were gone for like 2 seconds. Shit.
Well, I'm that damn good.
I was lost without you, Holly. The show was about to go down the tubes. I'm glad you came back on. Thank you.
What would you are in network do without my potty mouth? I don't know.
You're the wind beneath my wings.
It sounds similar to a song.
You ever know that you're
my
hero?
Oh, that was a good one. Did you hear that one?
Yeah, him singing.
No, I said you're the fart between my cheeks.
Oh. Yeah.
That was a good one, right?
That was good. I'm going to have to use that one.
That's a good one. That's a romantic one. You should
use
that for a pickup line.
That's a fucking Valentine's Day card right there.
I know. I'm like writing them for Hallmark right now.
I think my new Year's resolution is going to have to be working on the astral travel. That'll be a new one for me.
Me too. That's what I've been trying to.
Astral project and meet up and party somewhere.
We will.
Oh yeah, we can meet up and meet up in Las Vegas or something.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna party hard when I get out of the damn thing. Because I'm telling you, I've been trying to do it voluntarily. I can't do it. Now, if I'm just laying there and want to, do it out of the blue, I'll go months without doing it, and then I'll have this months where I'll just do it, not trying to do it. Yes, Chris, I'm talking about astral projection. Astral projection is also known as astral traveling, and this is when what it is your physical body, which is our vessel, what we're in now, is stationary or asleep, and then your astral body comes out of your physical body, and you can travel. You can go places, and you can actually. There's a lot of people that do this and have been able to do this. Yes, exactly. Anywhere you want to see. If you want to go to Mars, you can go to Mars. But anyway, there's a lot of people, and some people that I've got to know, and through clients got to know, that have been astral travelers since they was very young, and which I'm very envious of, and would love to read some journals of these people because it's very interesting. And our government actually used, psychics and stuff in the program in the 80s for remote viewing. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had, actual traveling going on and all that as well.
Yeah.
And still do.
Oh.
Honestly.
What is the name of that? The books. I can't think of the name of it. I would imagine you get there through astral travel or through meditation, one of the two, where you visit the like your past life and everything. Do you know what books I'm talking about? I can ask you your opinion on that. I'll think of the name of it here. Maybe I can find it. Healers use it a lot.
Oh, name it.
I'm just looking to see. I had it on my page somewhere. It must be too far back.
We're patient, girl. We're sitting here. I'm rocking.
It's all good.
Oh, we want to hear it. We definitely want to hear it. But you can also, me and Ryan talked about on the show before, if you're more interested in learning about like different ways of doing astral projection and stuff and methods of getting outside your body to make it easier, you can go on YouTube and there's videos. It's called Lucidology, and he's very informational about it. And there's also the other one called Spirit Science on YouTube, and it's more funny, cartoonish. It's my style because I'm not a very technical person. Are we, Ron?
No. Well, we both are not very technical people, for sure.
Well, I'm just not very smart, Mama.
But that Spirit Science channel is really cool. I mean, some of the stuff they lay on me, it's like, oh my god. Even the cartoon.
Like, I want to let my kids get in front of there and watch that. I'm like, come on, guys, let's watch it together. It's cartoonish and it's funny and
spiritual math and shit. That just goes over my head.
That's over my head. I just can't. I'm too ADD for that shit.
Do you find the name of that book? Because I found something about past life projection.
Well,
that's not really a book.
No, it's you reach it through either astral or through meditation.
Oh, Hall of Records.
I was going to my.
Is it like a Hall of Records? Hall of Records.
Yeah.
That's the other name for it. There's another name for it.
I know what you're talking about. It's a library.
The Akashic Records.
Yes.
You're so smart, Ryan.
My page was taking forever to come up. Yeah.
It's okay, but
yeah.
I totally know what you're talking about.
So your opinion, have you visited, or what do you think about it? Or
no, I haven't, but I've heard of many people visiting it. And for me, the way I view the astral plane is, it's not just the astral plane. There's like different levels of astral projection. So the more higher, the higher you go, the more they say that the library is like toward the top, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. That's where it's like a big, almost like a big file room. It's got all of your whatever you've done in your lifetime. Every person.
Yeah, it's got like
there.
Infinite. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I just think long line of file cabinets, and you open it up, and it's like this big giant drawer with your name on it, and it's got every single thing you've done.
I question everything. Yeah. I'm like, but I think that's the good thing about that's the people like us that are so open-minded and doing what we do. We're always questioning things, and I love, this is my subjects I love to talk about because I'm really passionate about it, and paranormal, the spirituality side of it, but going through this and having people to relate to and people that's been through it and can say, hey, yeah, I've had that too, just like, we talk about the bed vibrations. But if you can give somebody a little piece of information that they might not know, and I was going to say earlier during this that sometimes I forget the knowledge I have, so I'll spit out words, and just like poor Chris is like, what does that mean? You kind of forget, and you forget that not everybody knows them terms,
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I forgot. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, especially, like, around here, when you're dealing with people around you. But, you get on, like, say, for instance, the show, pretty much everybody knows a little bit about what you're talking about. They're not looking at you like you're a whack job. So,
yeah right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I kind of keep to myself about that.
Yeah.
But there are some Shawnee Record like communities on Facebook too, along with other, obviously other groups.
Yeah.
So I haven't really looked into them, but definitely something I want to check out along with the
worth learning more about, at least,
Yeah. Well, there's so much to learn about.
Oh yeah, it's never ending when it comes to learning about what we do. You'll never stop learning. That's the thing. You don't know the truth until you're actually gone. I think that's the thing. It's all guesswork until we cross over.
Well, yeah, and that's the killer part. Because you know what, our asses can't come back over to tell people.
No, exactly. Then must be some kind of like rule. Like once you cross over, you can't let people know what's going on. It's like Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. You just
I think that maybe if it's just asking the right questions too.
Right. Yeah.
If
and I consider people like us more spiritually mature too, and there's so many people that couldn't even wrap their brain around the concept of this.
All right. Well, I have enjoyed this conversation, but we got 2 minutes left on air. So, Lisa, if you have anything you want to promote before we get kicked off, now's the time to do it.
If you want to visit the website, it's Southern Paranormal Investigation and Research Society. If you want to attend the Haunted Hill House events, there's one on February 28th and March 28th. If you're not on the invite list, you can shoot me an email and I can add you. It's just an event that I created under my name. So
we will.
I think that's it.
We will add. So we will add your information, your website link onto our Facebook page tomorrow morning. So if you want to go on there and check out the Freakin' Awesome Paranormal Show Facebook page, plug for us right there, and you can check out Lisa's page and check out her evidence and stuff like that.
Well, it's good talking to you guys.
Oh man, thank you so much for coming on.
Darling. Yeah, I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
You take care of yourself, Lisa. I'll talk to you later, right?
Stay out of trouble, Ron.
I don't have
to tell Holly.
That's my nickname. You know that.
That's right, darling. You know me.
All right.
Bye, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right, bye. You too.
Well, that was fun. All right, you freaks. We've got a minute left. Don't forget, next week we got our 1-year anniversary show. We're going to throw it down. We're going to get drunk. We get fucked up. Woo! We get freaky. 1 year. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some pretty cool guests calling in, I think.
Don't forget wood booger facials. I ain't talked about that in a while, so if we got new listeners tonight, you want to find out about what wood booger facials are, it's going to be pretty effed up, just saying, in a good way.
It's going to be awesome. When the UR network gets together for a show, it gets to be pretty crazy. So
we do. We get crazy, but it's all fun,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, check out our birthday show on birthday, not anniversary, birthday show we did in October. It's on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. This is the kind of shit we talk about when we have the whole crew online. Hopefully I will be able to get some past guests to call into the show as well. Next week, I know I have Kristen, one of my old hosts. She's one of my old co-hosts. She's gonna call in next week. Trying to get Amber to call in.
That's awesome.
And it's gonna be fun. It's like a fucking reunion type of thing,
It is. Like my first time meeting them, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, this show is totally taken off since you've become a part of it, though, for sure. So that's
thank
definitely.
You. I appreciate that.
Definitely.
I love doing it. I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I usually get like nervous before the show starts, like an hour before the show starts.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Girl," usually takes me like the first hour to really get comfortable with someone, even Lisa. You know, because I talk to her all the time, but not on the air. It's different interviewing somebody than it is just talking to them, shooting the shit. You know, so it's so basically like an hour to get really, or maybe 45 minutes to get really comfortable with the person, and then I can feel them out. And then I can know how, you know, what I can say, what I can't say, you know. But it's a process, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. I love it. I couldn't imagine not being part of this show. It's a big part of my, not only Monday nights, it's the everyday thing for me, you know. I love being part of it.
Yeah, that's me too. I mean, it's promoting the show all the time. I'm always looking at the page. I'm always, you know, trying to friend people and, you know, trying to get
love making
people
the connection.
and you'll find that the longer you do the show, the more people will hear you, and you know you'll get out there more. I have people friending me all the time. I don't know them, you know, but sure, okay. Well.
No, I don't either. Yeah, me too. And then sometimes I get a stalker, and I'm like, holy shit, block them.
Well, yeah, you got that to worry. I don't really have many stalkers coming after me, so.
Just saying.
I mean, I wish I had a stalker. You can stalk me if you want. I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. You can stalk me too.
That. Sweet.
Okay.
Shit, I am stalking you. What are you talking about? Hi. Damn. I was actually outside the window this whole time. You gotta hurry back to Richmond. That shit.
Yeah, that's gonna be. That's 8 hours from me. God, can you believe that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have to borrow the corporate jet and fly down there.
You'll have to do that. The freaking awesome jet.
Yeah, freaking awesome jet. That's what we need. God, I would love to do like a joint like show from someplace, you know. Although I don't know how we do that, because I've done a show with Howie on the radio. I think it was on Verify, and it was just weird because, you know, we're both talking. Oh no, it was when wasn't that? It was when we had I used to do a show with Amber, and she'd come to my office, and I'd have to be in a different room from her because it was like a delay or whatever. So it really confused the fuck out of me, you know?
Yeah, I don't like that delay shit either. I'd be sitting there looking at you the whole time, like, with my mouth open, like, yeah.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Seriously, I can't hear. It's something like fucking, you know, you watch a Chinese movie or Japanese movie and the person's talking and you can see them literally, but the voice isn't, you know, rolling with lips.
Like Godzilla
yeah,
movie.
Exactly. Those old Bruce Lee movies, you know. Like, ooh,
yeah. I can't concentrate when people's, like, if I'm on the computer and somebody's talking to me, I will answer anything. Like, they'd say, go fuck yourself. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. You know, I'm like, everything's yes and okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing when I'm trying to read people, what they're telling me online when I'm on the show. It's like I can't read. I can't read a conversation and then talk at the same time. Like it's like chewing bubblegum and walking, you know?
Yeah.
Like I have to do either or. I can't do both. But when we're doing our supernatural news shows, I can do that. I can multitask. I'm not trying to get the word out.
Right.
But,
yeah.
So now I'm actually on the road heading back to my house now. For all our listeners who stayed for the after party, who are in the VIP lounge with us, you know, sipping on a Cristal, you know, chilling.
I want my Cristal Pure Life water, bitches.
Ooh, man. And tell you what, guys, Holly can do some amazing things with that bottle of water. I'll tell you what.
You're so funny.
Let's just say she likes to lick bottles of water. Yeah.
Hey, you're the one that sent me a video of you sucking your Starbucks coffee.
I was sucking it.
Coffee.
Oh man, it felt so good in my mouth. Sucking on my Starbucks.
So I was like, look at my
So
pure
fucking
life
hot.
water, and I just licked it with my tongue. Not to mention, I've got like a fucking cow tongue. Okay, anyway. I know. It's so hot.
It's so
Anywho.
hot. It's hot. That's
I am
exactly
hot.
what
I'm
it's
burned
hot.
up.
It's fucking hot.
It's hot. I'm burning up.
Bastard.
Seriously.
Damn, take that jacket off, baby.
I'm gonna have to. But yeah. Oh, I need to talk to Peanut about getting some decals made up, and I thought that we could. As soon as we do, I'm gonna slap one on my car, and I can't wait because I've got tinted windows. They're like almost blacked out.
Fucking decal.
I am, but what I want us to do is have have contest giveaways on our page.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shoot, I'll give them out to anybody who wants to put them on their fucking car. I mean, that's awesome advertising for us right there. Yeah. It was cool because last year, Dennis or Full Spectrum Radio had a booth at the Chicago Ghost Conference, and our Little Pink Skull Freakin' Awesome Paranormal show was actually part of their banner.
Woo-hoo.
So yeah, we're really putting ourselves out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, exactly. And I know Lisa had a lot of people listening into the show, and so that's
I had a
helped
comment
out a lot too.
Yeah, Chris that I kept mentioning, he does an online radio show through a conspiracy website. And he said a great show, and he loved how we go at it from a laid-back point of view. So, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad he liked it. I mean, we take what we do seriously. We don't take we don't take ourselves seriously.
No.
That's the thing.
I'm very passionate about the paranormal.
Yeah.
We take
it seriously. No, I'm not serious about myself at all.
No, because listen, I'm not one of these straight shooters. I'm like one of these.
I'm not a shoot shooter either, you know.
I'm not a shoot shooter. I like having fun. Life is about having fun and letting loose and not being so uptight. I'm loosey goosey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the biggest dork you'll know. You'll see pictures of me doing my thumbs up and my mouth wide open and shit. I mean, yeah, we're just a bunch of dorks having fun. You know, and that's what it's all about. Freaking awesome, having a good time. Let the other shows be serious. Fuck it. You want to have fun. Freaks just want to have fun.
Hey, we need to, yeah. That's what we need to have a song done. Freaks
we
just
are
want
awesome.
to have fun. Yes.
But I really want. Now the song I played was cool. At the break, the song you played last week.
Music's cool. Fuck you, Ryan. My music is just cool. We're just from two different eras.
You kind of compared the Doors to whatever we put on last week. Come on, now. Come on.
It was in what was it? What did we? It was
in this moment.
It was in this moment. Sick Like Me.
But then there's Freak Like Me. That's not the same people, is it?
Sick Like Me. Freak Like Me is Hellstorm. That's Hellstorm.
See, now what you're doing, you're opening me up to different types of music. I'm doing the same thing for you. I'm opening up to different kinds. See, we're helping each other out here.
Yeah, but you like dog my music. I don't be like, what the hell is this shit, Ryan? And you're like, God, what's it? You call this music?
I do it because it's funny. I do it because it's funny. No pisses you off. I like it.
It does not piss me off. Okay, maybe it does.
Yeah,
maybe behind the screen I'm flipping you off. Maybe behind the screen I'm really.
It's hard to hear that music on my phone because it doesn't sound right coming off my phone. You know, with that heavy music, that boom boom boom. It just the sound quality from the freaking awesome studio. I guess the Blog Talk Studios.
It has a lot of bass.
It comes off it doesn't come off too great. You know. So if I played Guns N' Roses, it'd be the same fucking thing. You know, it's very loud. Sometimes it gets cut off and shit. You're like, was the song over yet? It's song over? It stopped, and then it'll come back on again. You're like, oh, okay, we'll keep playing. So, no, I'm not making fun of it. think it's awesome.
My ass is on fire.
I was trying to show you on, if I could download that and put it on Play That today.
Oh, please don't. That's funny.
Show you.
Oh. I'm a dork, too. My kids think I'm a big dork. Is that bad? I mean, they think they call me Amy Duncan, and, you know, that's the mom of Good Luck Charlie, and I swear I do act like her. And hey, that's like a compliment for me.
Hey, I mean, she's cool. She's a cool mom.
She's a cool mom. I'm going to be like one of those cool moms, too. And I told my kids, like, Noah's about to turn 12 in, like, 2 weeks. And Jonah will be 8 this Friday. So, Jonah's my youngest. Yeah. And it makes me feel old, but Noah's going to be 12. Good God.
Wow. Well, my daughter's 12. And, yeah, I feel old. Ugh. And she's all, man, she's going up to a fast.
I was boy crazy. She's beautiful. You don't have to put a damn leash on a girl, honey. She is beautiful.
Yeah.
Just keep her nerdy like you, and you'll be all right.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's tough because she is definitely getting. I mean, I saw, she's always on Instagram and stuff, and she's got a phone now. Which sucks. The phone sucks, which I'm very happy about because she can't do much with it. But you know, it's still scary. So you think about when she was little, when she was younger, and it's like, oh my God, what the hell happened?
Yeah. Yeah, well, she's your only child, too, so it makes it even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm surrounded by boys.
Yeah.
I make my kids feel awkward. I'm like, when, you get to a point, and this is how it is in my house. I joke with them, and they bring it back to me. Like my 12-year-old, he calls me Stripes because I have stretch marks on my stomach, and it's all jokingly and stuff, and we'll go back at each other, and I call them nerds because they're big old nerds. They're like they could play Dungeons and Dragons and all that. But
it's good to have that relationship with your kids.
Yeah, definitely.
So Rihanna and I, we have pretty much the same personality. She's way more outgoing than I am, but we still have the same kind of. We like the same kind of stuff, and we like doing the same kind of stuff, things. And so, for the longest time, we were. Whenever I'd go someplace, I'd take Rihanna with me. I'd go like the zoo, or I'd go any place really. I'd take Rihanna with me. Sometimes whether she wanted to or not, we would go.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, you're not sitting in front of the TV all day, so we're going to go out for a little.
Right. I'll tell my boys, we're going to go hiking. Oh, God. Can I stay with Nana? Can I go stay with Nana? Like, we're going to go grocery shopping. Hell no, they will not go. They don't want to go grocery shopping. But usually I will. My boys, like, we can, like, anything that I've done with my boys, usually try to do outside stuff or go camping or fishing during the summer and spring and stuff, and try to do stuff. Don't take a lot of money to do it, But my biggest thing is getting back to nature. I love hiking.
You're in a good spot to do that, though. I mean, where you are, you're surrounded by it.
I have
and not much else.
I do, yeah. A lot of forest and like national forest land too.
We have a lot of parks around here, and a lot of, we have a lot of spots on the river. Well, I've sent you pictures of, the rocks on the river, and where you can see the city and stuff, where you're still in nature, but you're in the city too, or just on the outskirts of the city.
Right.
I actually like to.
Once
it starts getting warm, it's like I'm outside. Plug myself in to my fucking phone, listen to my shit, and start walking. Just getting outside, back to nature.
Yep. That's where I love to be. Like, I love it. We have, like, places. There's, like, this, I have this bucket list of what I want to do paranormal-wise and just personal-wise. But there's a place here, was it maybe in maybe an hour or so away. It's called the Devil's Bathtub, and the water is like so beautiful there. You hike like
is it hot?
I don't know.
Like a spring? Is that
I don't know.
The Devil's Bathtub?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's beautiful.
So it's like a hot spring type of thing?
I think so. I just want to go get naked in it.
Huh. Let's go. I'm in.
Let's go.
Sweet.
It'd be like a nudie thing. Nude hike. Oh God, that'd be scary.
Sweet. And we could do the
nude hike.
Freakin' Awesome Paranormal show from the Devil's Bathtub naked. Now, how freaking awesome would that be?
All right.
Oh, yeah. Let's do this.
Nudity. That is really getting back to nature.
Yes, it is. And then we'll do it. Then do the Freakin' Awesome Paranormal show from the back of a police car. It's just like.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So we're not supposed to get naked in here?
Could you imagine me now? Girl, where are you from? Where do you think I'm from?
You got a pretty mouth.
Alabama. You sure got to put a mouth.
You got a pretty mouth. Mhm. Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
Oh boy.
But I'm gonna hop up here. I've got to pee. I've got laundry. I've got to my washer kicked out during the week, so I come up here at Mom's and do a couple loads of laundry, and I think hopefully it's not snowing right now or icing because I have to go down. I just gotta go down the road, but yeah, the kids' first day of school is tomorrow. And I thought it was today, like a big dumbass. I got them ready. Like the night before. I gave them their showers, laid out their clothes.
Why the hell why would they do it on Tuesday, not Monday?
I don't know. Apparently I don't know, but I didn't feel bad because my cousin's wife did it, and like another girl on my book is a teacher, and she did it, so I don't feel too awful.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't feel bad either. They should go back on a Monday. That's what most people go back to school.
I mean, they've been out like forever. They went out December the 19th.
Wow.
They don't usually do this.
That's a nice break.
Yeah, but listen, what are they going back to? Snow. I mean, they're probably going to be either on a delay or not going at all. So that's going to put them back. So they get out of school later, and they're only out until August anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you do go back to school a lot earlier than we do, that's for sure.
Yeah, y'all go back in September. Most of everybody goes back in September. I don't like it because, our summer here last year, it rained most of the year, and it didn't get very hot. So I didn't really like that because I like for it to
Not much of a summer.
No, it ain't. Because I like enjoying my spring, summer, and fall. Winter, I can totally do without.
Yeah, I like it cold when it's Christmas time because it's Christmas, the cold winter wonderland type of shit. But once this clock strikes midnight and it's December 26th, it can be in the 70s all fucking January, and then gradually work its way up to the 90s or whatever in the summertime. But here it's so depressing. It's just wet rain shit. I mean, if it's snowing, I'd like to have a snow every once in a while, but it's fucking
right.
Oh, damn.
I don't like it either. I don't like the deadness. This is the reason I like spring and I like summer and I like fall is because there's leaves on the trees, and in the wintertime everything's dead. I like everything alive and beautiful.
It's so barren. It's so gray. It's like,
yeah, I don't like it.
All right.
Well, that also messes with your
and shit.
Well, fine then. Fuck you.
Oh, well, shit, you wanted to go. You said you want to hop off and pee or some bullshit. Fucking hold it. Get me in there. Pee with me on the phone.
Okay, well. I'm not on the phone. I'm on the mic. It's attached to my head.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Mic check 1, 2.
I'm on headset.
What?
Once.
All right, well.
We're about to break down the ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, I heard you rapping.
Bye. I know.
Sure, I'm going to show you, right? Yeah.
Baby, I'm going to show you. Baby, I'm going to show you.
What am I supposed to do? Giving my heart to you.
Playing me like a fool. What am I supposed to do?
Show you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a
nice.
sample
See what
of
you
the
did, Ryan.
awesome. That's right. Yeah, we have to get people clamoring for your single coming out.
That's right. Everybody's in line.
That's
Bullshit.
right.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, buddy. Wait in line.
Okay, so
it's like, well, you're like, we're like the new tag team. Show you be like, whoop, there it is. You're like, oh, people have t-shirts with the word "show you" on it.
Oh God. Good night, Ryan.
All right, guys. Next week it's our big show, anniversary show, 1 year on the air. Woo!
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yes. You guys have a good night, and Ryan, you be careful,
Yes.
and you have a great night.
Yeah, you too. I'll let you know when I get home.
All righty, darling.
I'll
I'll talk to you later.
I know you got fucking dangerous roads and shit. So just make sure,
Okay.
I'll make sure you get home safe. All right?
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.